Halo semuanya, sorry guys, gua agak telat ya guys. Biasa apa? Dulu ya guys. Jadi agak kesiangan gua live-nya. Jadi maaf banget buat teman-teman yang udah nunggu, makasih banget dan mohon bersabar. Ini gua baru mulai lagi live-nya ya. Maaf agak telat 13 menit ya. Enjoy the game guys.
Very high level club career. Torino, Manchester United, Parma. Now a champion with Inter Milan. Here's Barella. Pellegrini, Di Marco, Fiore, Damian, Spadori, and Jorginho. Barella, oh, it's beautifully done. Di Lorenzo. There's Guardiola behind.
Well, again, there's good movement in the centre. He's providing really good width. Di Lorenzo trying to play that ball in for Retegui.
Forward, Calafiori forward. Stoney also in the mix. Di Marco and Pellegrini conspiring over the dead ball. Di Marco flings it in. It's Pasalic who repels it. And Modric who steals it and has a dash now. Oh, had to labour to get past him.
Well, he was always up against it, wasn't he? In a sprint, not noted for that. Just brilliant at everything else.
Didn't want to be disrespectful.
No.
But he was always going to lose that race.
He was, and he probably knew it as well.
Forward by Calafiori.
Halo Fauzan.
Shoot by Raspadori. Coolly done by Sutalo.
Welcome.
Guardiola. Racic. Brozovic. Stanisic.
Patient from Croatia that ultimately they're looking for a forward ball. There's really loads of movement ahead of the ball, which is a slight concern.
To the back of Bastoni, who got
Dukung siapa bang? Azurino. Halo.
Played in here for Pasalic. And Stanisic. Fiore did enough.
It's disappointing he wasn't able to get the ball to the area for the first time in the game. There were plenty of bodies in there.
It's from elsewhere, which doesn't really play into our narrative. In Dusseldorf, Ferran Torres has scored the opening goal for Spain against Albania. Spain are already confirmed group winners. That really underlines their status. It's a mild relief to Croatia because Albania can be a spanner in their works under different circumstances. So it's helpful for Croatia to know that Albania are behind.
Yeah, it takes the hope of Albania finishing third away, doesn't it, if Spain win that game?
Steady away from Pasalic. Really, Barella. Oh, a desperate challenge from Brozovic, but it worked out okay. Di Lorenzo. Taken well by Raspadori. Taken up here by Retegui. Pongracic stood his ground. And now the whistle goes.
The referee has interpreted that in a way that displeases Croatia. You can hear the reaction from the crowd, you can see the reaction from the players. He stands on the ball. I don't think that left arm of Pongracic is enough to be penalised, really. Here's the save earlier. Super strike. Sucic. Donnarumma does what he's done for a very long time. Top goalkeeper.
Not the best opening or quasi-opening of the game so far. And we're the thick end of 20 minutes in. No test yet for that man, Livakovic. Barella. Calafiori. Jorginho. Bastoni. Damian. Barella. Top towards Raspadori again. Pongracic is well stationed and Guardiola clears.
The two things, they're getting the ball out wide and they're prepared to get crosses in Italy, but they're also having runners from deep trying to get in behind that Croatian defence.
Split by Raspadori, in by DiMarco.
Raspadori.
Taken up here by Pellegrini. Calafiori, Jorginho. Calafiori, Retegui!
Ay,
Rippled the netting from the outside.
He feels the ball took a deflection. Strong in the air, isn't he? Gets up really well. Can't guide the header inside the post, but there's a warning for Croatia. And it may well have taken a brush off Vardiol's head. It has finally been spotted. Corner has been awarded.
So Retegui scored 7 goals in Serie A in his first season since arriving from Boca Juniors. An individual born in Argentina, played under 19s, under 20s for that great South American nation. He's been eligible for Italy since February of last year. He was also very far away there from scoring what would be his 5th goal in Italian blue. Pellegrini's corner. Away by Brozovic to DiMarco. Barella. Jorginho. Pellegrini. Retegui. Squirts up off Pongracic and behind.
I just wonder if he had his time again, whether he'd take this first time, because once he has a touch with Retegui, it just allows a defender to close him down and get a block in. Possible for him to have a swing at that first time. He's got the consolation of a corner. Really taking their time every time the ball goes dead, Italy, and you can understand why.
A, it's a warm evening, and B, they would be very happy with an entirely eventless game. Tick all of their boxes. Pellegrini over it, DiMarco. Pellegrini. Overhit by Giacomo Raspadori.
It's well overhit.
His first tournament start, he played a quarter of an hour or so of the last European Championship against Wales in Rome. And the last 10 minutes or so against Spain the other night.
I think they're getting the balance right here, Italy. Although Donnarumma is the one that's made the big save, for me at the moment, Italy look more dangerous when they get into Croatia's final third rather than the other way around.
Here's Pasalic. Pellegrini was caught by Sucic, and Sucic is shown yellow.
That's the one thing that neither team can afford, is a little bit of ill discipline. Sucic has to be careful now.
Nobody in Croatia's starting 11 who is in danger of suspension this evening. There are 3 in the Italian starting 11. That's through by Raspadori. Pellegrini's after it. Novakovic off limits.
This is what I'm talking about, that run from deep, in behind. They've clearly identified that as a way of hurting Croatia. As I say, despite the fact Croatia have had well over 60% of the ball, for me, Italy look the more threatening at this moment.
Kovacic for Modric. Sweetly in for Sucic.
Wah.
Shifted on towards Kramaric,
Okay.
but seen by Bastoni. Pellegrini. Jorginho. Barella. Calafiori. DiMarco. Jorginho. Di Lorenzo. DiMarco. Pellegrini shoots a low, tight and tidy. But his pass for Modric wasn't good. And here's Retegui.
He's looking sharp. Retegui really is justifying his inclusion in the early exchanges here. It's good movement. And again, decent defending. Novakovic won't quite save the corner.
So Bastoni lumbers forward again, as does Calafiori. Plenty of height and breadth in the Italian team. Flung in by DiMarco. And set here for Barella.
Just.
Bastoni! It's a fabulous reach by Novakovic.
Oh, it's an amazing save. I just wonder whether he should have been given the chance to save this, really. Saw how dangerous he was in the air in the opening game against Albania. Bastoni. It's a beautiful ball from Barella. But look, it's right in the middle of the goal. And the other thing that you're taught to do when you get headed chances to head it down makes it much harder for the goalkeeper.
Pellegrini's corner, Brozovic near post. Pellegrini again, Calafiori went to ground. Not as far as Brozovic. Kramaric is struggling to keep it. but the whistle's gone. With some explaining and some calming to do. You're identifying a Barella, Don, that is his meat and drink, isn't it? That is his delivery.
He had the awareness. It would have been very easy for him to shoot there, and a lot of players would have, but he spotted not one, but they had two over at the far post. To help Pastoni. It's a glorious chance.
Kovacic. Kovacic. Through Jorginho. And Pongracic. Modric. Guardiola. Italy, in common with most, if not all, of the major footballing nations across our continent, play, of course, in front of a hugely demanding media. Taunted them a little after the Spanish game. There was one headline saying "Little Italy," as if they had performed like underdogs. Been tested here by Modric. Here's Kramaric. Modric.
Pegang Italia kaja. Yoi Made.
Sutalo.
Made Jerman udah lolos nih ke 16 besar.
And that shot after 5 is the only one that Croatia have had so far.
Kramaric and Guardiola. Sucic and Modric out by Donnarumma.
Donnarumma
And
save.
by Pellegrini. Pongracic. Kramaric. Modric.
Wahras terkuat bumi tidak lolos ternyata.
Off to Marco for a
Apa
throw.
apa nih maksudnya? Oh iya, Made Inggris ya. Made tadi BK live ini live horror sama Rachel, Sule sama Bocil the Forest alias Eja. Lu tahu nggak Made? BK live horror tadi.
Pongracic. Pasalic. Sucic went for the return.
Terus dia sempat apa namanya? Dia sempat wisuda juga kan, lolos SMA juga. Gara-gara gak live-nya itu.
This is the dropping ball there. There's a swing and a miss really in the middle of all that.
Oh iya, Donnarumma gila. Save-nya. Beri gitu Donnarumma, cok. Nah, cuman bentar mah, Dek. Tunduhnya. Iya benar. Udah bukan bocil lagi, BK, Cok. Gak nyangka udah lulus SMA.
Guardiola
Hebat loh.
moving just about by Brozovic. Taken up by Modric.
Padahal umurnya masih segitu.
Sucic.
Dus.
Put away by Darmian. Sucic again. Stanisic. Brozovic. Spalletti seeking here to continue a sequence for Italy, which goes back as far as 2004, since last they failed to reach at least the knockout stage of the European Championship finals. They've missed a couple of World Cups in that time, but have tended to thrive in this continental environment. Remember well their failure in 2004. They dramatically beat Bulgaria with a late goal in their final group game.
Madi kenapa cuma nonton bentar?
Sweden and Denmark
Ngantuk emang.
played a 2-2 draw, which was the very result which took the pair of the Scandinavian nations through at their expense. Swedish and Danish supporters walking arm in arm through the streets of Porto, singing 2-2 and we both go through. Italy didn't find that very tuneful.
No, didn't think they would.
Jorginho. Push on Giacomo Raspadori. Guardiola's the guilty party.
Yeah, blocks him off. Cynical. So far, so good for Italy. 35 minutes in here. Repeat, just the one attempt, which came in the 5th minute from Croatia, and that's what looks like the missing piece of the jigsaw for me in that Croatia team.
We're frequently repeating that it is Croatia here who are under the onus to win the game. They have to find the moment if there's going to be a moment. Here's Di Lorenzo though, and had it not been for Sutelo's awareness, he might easily have put Retegui in. Raspadori. In towards Di Marco. Support up coming from Calafiori. Pellegrini. It's a firm hit. So Livakovic is behind it.
Once again, just providing that bit more of a threat than Croatia. Nice sharp turn and strike. Comfortable from Livakovic. But he's the goalkeeper being worked now, and that will be concerning for Zlatko Dalic.
Stanisic something for Kramaric to chase. Bastoni had a head start. Back to Modric. Pasalic. Into corner. Barella pulls out those behind him.
Yeah, they gave the ball away cheaply there, Italy.
Modric to make it happen. Sucic. Modric. Marco made a canny block on Pasalic beyond the back post.
He's a little bit annoyed with himself, Luka Modric. We'll know his quality, but it's just a chance again to save. You've got to credit the goalkeeper. It's a big, big chance. Bastoni, good in the air.
Kiper Kroasia ngeri gitu, guys. Ngeri banget, cok.
Jorginho through a couple of tackles. Retegi, Di Lorenzo, Barella. Retegi's after that. Ratchet should win the race and does.
Setup has worked really well for Italy in this first half.
Spalletti did play with 3 centre-halves in 3 of the 4 friendly games. They played this calendar year prior to the start of the tournament, 2 in March, 2 in June. Brozovic, Kramaric, keeping Croatia at bay for the most part. Stanisic. Brozovic, seen by Calafiori. Pellegrini, Di Marco, Calafiori, Raspadori. Di Lorenzo chases his own pass. Guardiol's there first.
Still Croatia dominating the ball, 64%. They're not doing anything with it, hasten to add.
Jorginho, the shoulder of Pellegrini. Stanisic works it out.
It's a deep run. It's a nearly moment. It's a very useful tactic.
Taking up to and into the last 5 minutes of a tight tactical first half. Very obviously in the context of a very specific group situation here.
Just wonder how big an impact that Bastoni header, or should we say the Livakovic save, will have at the end of this game, because for Italy to score first here would mean Croatia would need 2.
Guardiol. So also that if it does end this way and Croatia have just 2 points, that would be good news for 2 or 3 other would-be third-place teams who, with 3 points, would know they are better placed probably to qualify. It's all part of the complications that will follow over the next couple of nights.
There's going to be a bit of maths to be done, isn't it? High boot here. I really like Retegi, what he's been doing in this opening half for Italy. He's been strong, he's been available, he's making good runs. Really is occupying that Croatia back line.
Of course, we know Hungary have already finished third with 3 points, so be potentially good news for them. They just need to find one more full guy if it works out this way. Here's Di Marco. Sukic, Modric. Brozovic could advance. She's pulled out wide. From Modric, Sucic, good tackle, clean, Jorginho. It's the most artful Italian moment so far. It is for Dalic to solve this riddle. The last European Championships, they lost their opening game against England. They drew their second game against Czechia. Needed to win the third, and did, in Scotland to go through. Kramaric. Made by Raspadori. Di Lorenzo.
Mission for Italy will be to get to half-time now. They'll be happy if the score remains the same. That's why they're not in a hurry to go anywhere here.
Masih 0-0 nih skornya.
Imagine there's going to be too much time out
Ini
of
masih
order in
0-1.
this half.
Spanyol unggul.
It depends how the officials interpret how slow Italy have been at taking the corners, the throw-ins, the free kicks. We will see.
Calafiori.
Bagi link gratis Bang Izza. Nanti ya.
Damian. Di Lorenzo.
As we head into the last minute, for those statisticians amongst you, 0.04 is the XG that Croatia have produced and generated. That has to change.
Or an evening where they are obliged to score a goal at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
Funny enough, in the last World Cup, the boot was on the other foot. Croatia and Dalic there went into their final group game against Belgium themselves on that occasion, just leading the draw, and they chiselled out a 0-0.
Let's look at the positives for Croatia fans. In the first half against Albania, they only had 5 attempts. Ended up having 22, so it was a much better second half
Tamar
performance. They'll be hoping for the same here.
Just 1 minute being added on. Guardiol. Kramaric. Pasalic. Lifted over the top for Brozovic, who'd made a dart. Couldn't connect.
No, but it's the right idea, and it's more dynamic, isn't it? More threatening.
Oh no dong.
It's half time. It has been
Half
tight.
time.
It has been tactical.
Half
For Italy,
time.
it will do. For Croatia, it won't. Sucic had a very early shot from range, dealt with by Donnarumma. At the other end, Bastoni threatened, but Livakovic reacted. And so we reach half time where we started the game. The scoreline in Leipzig reading Croatia 0, Italy 0.
Kita ngobrol-ngobrol dulu ya guys. Kalian belum tidur ini? Kalian lagi pada ngapain nih guys? Pulang kerja. Oh, Yanto ini. Apa? Lembur ya? Lembur ya kerjanya ya? Bentar guys. Ya. Jangan lupa selalu sedia air hangat ya guys. Biar ginjalnya tidak terganggu. Prediksi kalian? Kata kalian menang mana nih? Ini gua udah vote ya guys. Kita main game santai dulu nggak sih guys? Belum babak kedua dimulai. Kita main game santai dulu nggak sih? Salah. Pagi semuanya. Selamat bergabung yang baru bangun. Pulang kerja yang lembur. Skor sementara masih 0-0 ya guys. Kroasia menghadapi Italia. Welcome ya guys. Waduh. Lagi nih. Oh. Lagi nih. Kita main yang lain dulu ya. Apps deh. Ya. Nah, main game ini ya guys. By the way, ini game puzzle juga ya guys. Ini penutup soda nih guys. Salah. Salah. Easy deh. GG enggak? GG enggak guys? Salah. Kecap. Oh, kecap. Kata misterinya nih. Udah pasti ketebak nih. Ini kecap kan? kita main game lagi, oke? Karena sudah mau mulai lagi, kita mulai match. Oke? Astagfirullah. Pak, ini. Ah, Pak Cok. Right. Pak gua Cok. Bentar. Ya, oke.
For Croatia, who have to force it here.
Ah,
And Mario Pasalic has given way to an individual in Ante Budimir, who you would consider more of an out-and-out centre-forward, would-be goal scorer. And from somewhere, they need a goal. The last 3 meetings between Croatia and Italy have finished level, 1-1. Another drawn game here would suit Italy just fine. Croatia must win. Croatia have never lost to Italy in either of their previous tournament meetings, and yet in both cases Italy went through from the group they shared, and Croatia didn't. That's all in the past. 45 minutes of future ahead of the Croatian team here to try and alter the dynamic and force their way into the last 16. Switzerland are awaiting the runners-up in this group. Bagi going through. Milinkovic having to deal smartly with the back pass.
halo.
Kovacic. Jorginho. What have Croatia got to do, Don?
Yeah, well, I think, look, Zlatko Dalic is identified. They just simply weren't enough of an attacking threat in that first half. When the ball was out wide, they couldn't cross it. There was nobody in the box. I think in Budimir, they have now got somebody that will want the ball being put into those dangerous areas. So that's one bit that can change for them. Italy's perspective, they just need to keep doing what they've done so far.
There's Barella. Damian. You might remember on the opening Saturday evening Croatia's game against Spain. That in a second. Here's Retegi. Di Marco. Jorginho. Damian, pounced upon by Guardiol, who has Kramaric up ahead of him, and Budimir through the middle. This is Ante Budimir. And Sucic. And Modric. Stanisic. Hung up beyond Budimir, indeed, beyond all of them.
But that all comes from a bit of carelessness from Italy, really. And that's what they must guard against. Guardiola does really well, steps in front of Di Lorenzo and advances. But ultimately, it's a disappointing cross at the end.
I say, that Spain-Croatia game we saw together, Don, in Berlin, although Spain were evidently the stronger team, there were moments in the immediate aftermath of both the first 2 Spanish goals when Croatia had big chances, and Budimir certainly had one golden opportunity to get a goal.
I think that game is the exception in their recent games. They have been scoring goals, Croatia, so that was a surprise in the first half, as we see him return a free kick for his team.
Di Lorenzo, Sutalo coming forward from centre half.
Watching your stream, Izza.
Rakic entered the penalty area as well.
Did you get it?
Hey!
Did you get
In
him?
advance of the penalty
Hey!
spot.
Watching your stream, bro. Watch your stream.
Guardiola
Kita lagi
right on it.
nobar Izza, cok.
Whipped in by Modric.
Lu lagi pada nomor gua, kenapa gak cetak tuh?
Karena lu
It's a
ganteng
really
banget.
good defensive header.
Oh my
Ah,
God.
masa gua ganteng? Bisa aja lu, Goni.
Lagi nonton apa,
Modric
Izza?
again. And
Ini
Kramaric
Kroasia
and
lawan
Sušić.
Italia. Subscribe dong, bro.
Kramaric.
Gila, nanti di subscribe.
Awas loh kalau nggak subscribe. Gue udah registrasi Goni jadi moderator gua nih.
And keep scuttling.
Damn.
It already
Iya,
feels a
iya,
little bit
iya,
more
iya.
urgency about
Ya udah, Izza
Croatia's
lanjut
play
nonton dulu
at
aja
the start
udah.
of this
Lu
second
mau
half.
nontonin Izza. Udah sana.
Oke. Tar ini ya.
One goal changes
Kalian nonton
everything.
gua aja, oke?
Either way.
Iya, Izza.
That is why
Thank you, bro.
all the
Awas kalau nggak subscribe. Gue bisa update tuh di IG.
tightness of the game up to now, it is still beautifully on edge. Sušić. Modric. Sušić. Sušić. Modric. Stanisic.
Itu dia.
Modric.
Very much unlike him. Just trying to force it a little bit. Italy settle down into that shape that is very difficult to break down.
Playing against a well-rehearsed Italian team, which, aside from the Spain defeat the other day, has been in very good form. That heavy defeat, though it was their first real knock since last October when they lost to England. Brozovic. Stanisic. Brozovic.
Yes.
Taken on by Kramaric. Andre Kramaric. And Sušić, there's a
Handball kah?
scream for handball. And there's going to be a VAR check.
Yeah.
Handball kah, bro?
It's a deflection, does it? Oh,
And-
I tell you what, Davide Fratesi,
Ball
you
dong.
cannot have your hand there.
Oh, I think that is a
Iya
penalty.
dong, hand.
I don't think it'll take long.
Par.
Fratesi's hand was high. Croatians fans are getting higher. Dalic almost dared to wonder. This can be a pivotal moment.
Well, I would be really surprised. There you go.
Par. Benar.
Had to be.
He's going to go and have a look.
Tapi itu jelas sih penalti, bro.
Question that the ball
Jelas banget itu penalti,
struck the players
cok.
on. There is no question. This is merely a matter of interpretation.
Well, I think it's a formality because you cannot have your hand there. That is such an unnatural position. The arms away from the body. I don't think the referee's going to take very long. Here we go.
Iya benar itu penalti. Nah kan?
Penalty kick.
Penalti, cok. Jelas itu handball.
It is a mammoth
Tangannya
penalty kick.
aktif itu, cok.
I don't think
Nah kan?
Italy can have any complaints.
Aktif banget itu tangan.
Expect a penalty to be given.
Aktif
Had
itu,
that at the
cok.
other end.
Eh,
Just straightforward.
gini tuh tangannya tuh. Kalian lihat nih. Ya kayak gini nih.
How often in the past as Luka Modric carried Croatia
Luka Modric
on
ini
his
ya.
slender shoulders.
Tenangnya dong. Apakah gol kah ini Modric?
The maestro, the moment. How often have those eyes focused? How often have they depended on him? How often has he delivered? Luka
Apakah gol Modric?
And
Nice!
Donnarumma gets across. He is vast.
Save Donnarumma, gila. Mantap Donnarumma.
Penalty saves rendered
Wuhui.
Italy European champions.
Save Donnarumma.
Excelled. Eyeball to eyeball with a penalty taker again, and may keep them in the European Championship.
Oh, he's a man mountain, isn't he?
Back in by Sucic and Budimir and
Nice.
Modric.
Ah!
It's astonishing, and it may change everything.
Gila.
The master
Gila.
will not be
Luka
denied.
Modric, cok. Padahal udah gagal, masih bisa
His
itu.
story has a sting.
Gila, 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 gila.
From desperation to huge elation.
Now, what is he doing there? What on earth
Us.
is Luka Modric doing to get on the end of a rebound? I mean,
Masih bisa save Donnarumma
It's an incredible
dan Luka
save,
Modric.
but Donnarumma cannot get up quick enough to make the block. He's got to wrap his foot around it. Luka Modric, and he does. And what a reprisal for him, having missed the penalty. I mean, here we go, look. It's a brilliant save. It's not the worst penalty you're ever going to see. And Italy must have thought, this is our night.
Itulah Donnarumma. Artinya dia tahu.
Within a minute, everything has changed. Everything has
Ngeri, 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 ngeri. Ngeri.
There is a man whose football biography is astonishing. He turned the narrative inside a minute. He would not bow out on a desperate low. He insisted once more on reaching for the
Luka
skies
Modric.
and the stars. And Donnarumma is confounded, and Croatia are second in the group.
I would love to know how many times Luka Modric has scored from a rebound of an attempt. Not too many, I guess. He still had work to do, but the fact that he lifts it into the roof of the net gives Donnarumma absolutely no chance.
And Italy must change, and Italy do change. Di Marco withdrawn. Chiesa instinctively front-footed introduced. And now Italy have it to chase. And chase it they do with Chiesa at once. Down by Damian. And away by Sutalo.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands now. I'm going to be fascinated to see the Croatian reaction to that. Are they going to go defensive? Are they going to sit back?
Raspadori with depth. Terrific distance on the punch from Livakovic.
Well, all of a sudden you cast your mind back to that first half and the Bastoni header and the save by Livakovic. Just wondered how big a moment that was going to be. At the moment, huge.
Croatia up into second place. Switzerland waiting for them in Berlin on Saturday if it stays this way. And just to confirm, by the way, that defeat for Italy wouldn't necessarily eliminate them. They have 3 points, and they, like Hungary last night, will be hanging around waiting to see
Bentar,
what
guys.
happens soon.
Matiin alarm
It'll be an
HP.
uncomfortable wait.
sudden it's the other goalkeeper that doesn't have to be in a hurry now. He will take as much time as he possibly can get away with.
As you see here, Darmian now is looking to get advanced if he can. Left wing-back position. Going forward towards Frattesi. Chiesa. Darmian.
Copy, guys.
Chiesa. Snatched away by Kovacic. Ahead of him is Budimir. Caught up by Chiesa. Oh, there's something in this now. Talk about change of mood, dynamic pace.
Luka Modric is late. The referee not standing for it, rightly so.
Modric is in the book.
And the tension ramped up. He is very late on Frattesi.
Foul by Budimir on Jorginho. He gets away just with a ticking off.
And again, tactical fouls, breaking momentum, breaking the rhythm up. It's all part of modern football.
And the boot now is on the other foot. Di Lorenzo, faced by Kramaric. In by Di Lorenzo. And scythe behind, a full stretch by Pongracic.
Yeah, he is at full stretch as well. Really important. Got something on that.
Aspatori's taken. He's mighty close. It's Bastoni again.
Oh, well, look at his reaction. Tells you he should be doing better. He feels he should be doing better. It's a free header. He doesn't keep it down. Another massive moment in this game.
He's had two. These are uncomfortable moments for Luciano Spalletti, who is pacing his technical area with visible angst. Stanisic. Sucic. Budimir, he's a handful. Calafiori sorted him out. Lorenzo. Chiesa. Guardiola caught him up.
Yeah, good defending again. Remind yourself, this is a Croatia team that conceded 5 goals in 2 games, and they've conceded chances already in this game, so you suspect there will be an opportunity for Italy.
Calafiori. Bastoni. Jorginho. Di Lorenzo. Inside the final half hour, 25,000 Croatians in here, bouncing up and down and singing. Bastoni. Teresa can't catch it up.
He's not happy with the pass.
Fansnya kelihatan
You can
tidak
understand
happy.
the expressions on the Italian faces.
Timnya kalah.
It is incumbent, of course, very obviously incumbent on Italy to chase this in the knowledge that an equaliser, a draw takes them through. But it's worth bearing in mind, at the back of your mind, that if they finish on 3 points, then leaving themselves open to conceding another goal could be critical, because there'll be multiple third-place teams on 3 points, and it's likely to come down to goal difference.
Yeah, very much.
Here's Chiesa. That's flicked off Guardiola and behind for a corner. Which Raspadori is in a hurry to take. Raspadori. Chiesa. Damian. Barella.
Di masih 0-1
Chiesa.
Albania
Damian.
Spanyol.
Chiesa. Fratesi.
That is close. He is close to squeezing that through to Retegi here. Little flick there. Vital intervention celebrated by Pongracic.
Luka Modric, again the difference. His 26th international goal. On the occasion that he wins his 178th international cap. Only 2 Europeans have more. Ronaldo away in the distance, and Sergio Ramos 180.
That's within touching distance if the score stays the same. Long way to go.
Damian. Calafiori. Di Lorenzo. Retegi. In by Barella. And Damian!
Again, it's not dissimilar to a situation in the first half where once you have a touch, just allow the defender to close the space. It's about taking a risk and having a go first time. Gives you a better opportunity.
Di Lorenzo, it's a smashing ball. Very well seen by Guardiola. Pongracic clear of Retegi. Fratesi. Another corner out of that. He's not going to get it. He did reach Damian. Sutalo away from Raspadori. Jorginho. Fratesi. Away and behind for another one.
Well, you can feel the tension in this stadium now because Italy are pushing. They are asking questions. There's a lot of good defending going on. Maybe too much good defending for Zlatko Dalic's liking.
Stanisic has stayed down. Raspadori waits to re-deliver. In by Raspadori. Pushed again by Livakovic. Down by Jorginho. Barella. Raspadori. In
Us.
by Di Lorenzo. By Livakovic, curiously. Calafiori.
Calafiori.
Chiesa.
Tus.
Up in the air by Modric. Jorginho. Right now, Italy have Croatia where they want them. Bastoni. But they have to find a route to goal.
Chiesa. Federico Chiesa. Itu dia, bro.
Jorginho. Di Lorenzo, Frattesi, Nicolo Barella, Raspadori, Calafiori, Bastoni, Chiesa.
Biasa.
His cross smashed away again by Sutalo. Here comes another alteration. It's a Croatian change, and we are going to see the introduction of Ivan Perisic.
Even more experience coming onto the pitch.
Sucic gives way. There's a second change. That
Mateo
experience
Kovacic.
now departs the pitch.
Diganti dong. Main City nih bos.
Kovacic
Ganti.
kneels.
Van Perisic masuk.
To Luka Ivanusic of Feyenoord. His first involvement in the competition. Jorginho. Pulled up for Retegui. Hooked away by Brozovic.
Alcius.
Calafiori. Frattesi's got the free kick he wanted.
Guardiola looks bemused, doesn't he? But there is a push, and it's not subtle. Danger.
Spalletti. With his various
Tegang
left
gitu
turns, is
pelatih.
aware that Italy
Gianno
have a
Spalletti.
very impressive queue of would-be free kick takers. Barella, you would think, would be somewhere near the front of it. Raspadori's having a say, Chiesa's having a say, and Di Lorenzo can put his right boot through it as well. Raspadori put it down. Inside the final 20 minutes. Calafiori, too so adjacent. It's Raspadori and it flicks off the top of the wall.
Tinggian itu tendangannya.
But since the goal, you have to say,
Oma.
Italy
Sundul.
really has, and there's a long way to go.
Kirain kejauhan.
Raspadori's corner. And Raspadori again. Well, asked Donnarumma to start all over again. Moved up towards Retegui. Free kick against Pongracic. The pressure piles on once more.
There's a yellow card as well.
Chiesa. Jorginho. Bastoni. Calafiori. Barella. Di Di Lorenzo, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's forcing it. It's forcing it. It's still a long way to
Luka
go.
event set kartu kuning.
That's what they were complaining about, or is that what?
That's
Baru
what the
masuk
ball
dia
is.
udah
Yeah,
ini
the
kartu
reception's got into
kuning.
the book.
Yeah.
Bahaya nih.
Spadori, the tackler is Modric. Whose fairy tale goal here as Croatia on the cusp of the last 16, but it's not done yet, and Italy have a fresh centre forward to send on. Spadori, who took Scamacca's place in the 11, is replaced by Scamacca for what remains. Di Lorenzo. Chiesa. Jorginho. Morella. Darmian. Offside.
Side. Side.
What
Side.
that does, introduction of Scamacca. As we see, it's just straight offside there, Darmian, but it's a bit more height, isn't it? In the middle, you expect the ball to be going wide and plenty of crosses coming into that Croatian penalty area.
The anxiety of the Italians. Gianluca Scamacca off the back of a 19-goal season in all competitions for Atalanta. Inside the last 15 minutes of the 90. Modric, Kramaric. Jorginho for Darmian. Calafiori. Jorginho. Calafiori. Darmian. Scamacca. Forward by Di Lorenzo, that's a fabulous ball.
Ay, 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 ay.
Importantly, here's Fratesi. There's Chiesa.
Chiesa. Set.
The offside flag is up.
Yeah,
Flag is up. The flag is up.
good situation. It was a brilliant run in there. Was it Chiesa that darted in behind? Almost got on the end of the through ball.
Spalletti appointed in August of 2023, having won Serie A with Napoli, to succeed Roberto Mancini, who had, of course, won Euro 2020.
Calafiori, not used to losing. Spalletti, just 2 of the previous 12.
Goes for Tazy. Now Pogačić is
Kartu kuning dong.
A couple of players seem to lose their footing.
Marin Pogačić.
Just feels like Croatia have settled this game down again. It was one-way traffic. Italy just feeling the heat here. The referee is going to hurry Croatia up. He is absolutely mindful of what's going on here.
Luka Modric had a little whisper in his ear there, presumably along the lines of, were you doing this when they were slowing the game down? Perhaps he was. Here's Guardiola. Brozovic. Guardiola. Perisic. Stanisic. Brozovic. Modric. Brozovic went for the return and kept it in. Marcelo Brozovic. Budimir was got there, but for Bastoni's deft little nick.
Well, it's a goal saver. It's a goal difference saver. It may be a round of 16 saver. That is brilliant from Bastoni. Had to get that, and he did.
Over Meyer is going to be introduced by Croatia here. He started the first game against Spain, and indeed played until half-time in the second game against Albania. Luka Modric has finished for the night. He hopes that he hasn't finished for the month. Yet one more fairy tale in a footballing life full of them.
Incredible. I'm still staggered that he was following up and getting a rebound.
He's only 17, you know.
Wih, Modric diganti.
17 going on
Tiga.
39. Kramaric. Handball. Another change, another couple of changes here for Italy as they force it.
Wait guys, pipis.
In at the evening for Darmian. It's not the only one, it's Zaccagni who replaces him. Jorginho is also coming off. Fagioli is his replacement. Scamacca. Fiori. Zaccagni. No card for Stanisic.
Again, late. The referee, no choice.
Ivanusets. Di Lorenzo. Scamacca. Stanisic out of a tight spot. And Fiori's there to meet him. Kramaric has it back. Over Meyer. Brozovic now stationed conservatively, as well he might be. Croatia to cling on for 7 minutes more plus stoppage time. Fagioli back in international football, back in football after a 7-month ban. Won't be a fresher footballer on the field than him. Scamacca was nearly in there. Retegui playing the pass. Broke instead for Meyer here. Brozovic. Perisic. Budimir won it back. Brozovic is onto it. Budimir's
Buset.
after it. Calafiori's across and got a second bite.
It's all last ditch back there, isn't it? Italy taking risks. You can understand why. Fury takes a big risk there, gets away with it.
Corner flag will do. He wants to improve on that, but he's being penalised.
That's the right area of the pitch, though, isn't it? To be giving free kicks away.
So very nearly there. Not done yet. Maya. Kramaric wide of him. Brozovic going through. Maya wanted the return. It came to even sets. Brozovic with the cross. Donnarumma comes to claim. And to launch Italy forward.
The two big strikers up front, and it hasn't quite worked. It hasn't quite clicked. They haven't been able to get the ball in wide areas and get crosses in, as I thought they would try and do.
He's on one side, Zaccagni the other. Tavy and Scamacca waiting for service. Bastoni. Fagioli. Scamacca. There's Chiesa. Hoisted out by Brozovic.
Not sure whether he's frustrated with himself, Chiesa.
Fagioli. Bastoni. Chiesa. Fagioli. Scamacca. Retegui. And Scamacca could not apply a stud. And a stud is all it would have taken.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And it's the first real heart-stopping moment for the Croatian defence since they took the lead, really. Oh, it's inches, just a fraction. Too much pace on the ball. It's those fine margins. At the moment, they're going Croatia's way.
Italy cannot score here. They will be dealing with margins, fine margins. This for them can tip either way. Dependent on others unless they save themselves here in the next 3 minutes plus stoppage time. Stanisic has laid down in the centre circle, complaining of cramp. The referee can't be too tolerant.
Yeah, well, look at all the Croatia players are all going over to the side. This game's not restarting anytime soon. It does make you wonder, with a cynical head on.
Plenty others would do the same.
Absolutely.
They are so near the finish line here. Also, Pjuranovic is waiting on the touchline to come on shortly. Brozovic for Kramaric, outside of whom is Stanisic. Maya, Stanisic, Brozovic, Stanisic, thrown out of pitch.
Again, not too much damage done ball for Croatia at the right end of the pitch here.
20 years since Italy failed to make the knockout stage of a European Championship finals. They might still, despite this, they're on a knife edge. Kramaric takes as long as he possibly can to give way here to Josip Juranovic.
Waduh,
Exhorting
udah
the
semangat
crowd to
gitu.
greater noise and passion.
Ayo,
If indeed
ayo,
they can dig that out.
teriakan, teriakan gitu guys. Masih ada.
Bastoni. Scamacca. Di Lorenzo. Chiesa. Calafiori. Zaccagni. Barella. Fagioli.
8 menit Pak tambahan waktunya. Ay.
Chiesa.
8 menit lah, 8 menit tambahan waktunya, cok, gila. Gara-gara VAR tadi ya. Pas itu penalti. Waktu yang lama banget itu. 8 menit loh guys. Yang ini 4 menit. Albania Spanyol. Marcelo.
Rightly so. Can't get away without seeing yellow for that.
Scamacca, Fratesi. Dug out by Stanisic. Fagioli. Barella. Bastoni. Scamacca foraging. Having a drive, they got a deflection and earned Italy a corner.
Yeah, Brozovic it is. Does enough. They have been dangerous from corners when they've got the delivery right, and that's what it's all about here.
Hanging on, literally hanging on. In by Zaccagni, up in the air by Perisic. Brought away by Guardiol. Coaxed out to Juranovic.
Naive. Calafiori, that is exactly what Croatia wanted. If Italy do progress, I think that means he misses.
Yes, if they make the last 16.
Nggak boleh main lagi. Ah, ini idola gua nih guys. Gianluigi Buffon, kiper legenda. Kiper legenda sepanjang masa nih.
Painful. Absolutely painful.
Stands Italy the third best of the third place teams, but that of course can all change. Saying his prayers for a country in which he has godlike status. Perisic, Maya. Perisic happy to let it roll.
They've been here before. We said that before the game, didn't we? They've been in some precarious situations over the years and found a way. Croatia.
was their calling card, their stubbornness, their resistance to any suggestion they're down and out. They are the most wonderfully cussed sporting nation, and they have a free kick yielded by Barella.
Yeah. Again, do not give the referee any opportunity to penalise. Your hand on the shoulder, pulls him down a bit. It's perfect for Croatia.
Coming up to 4 minutes of stoppage time played. 4 minutes still to play. Meyer with the ball at his feet. Instead now Brozovic. Guardiola. Meyer. Lovro Meyer again. Here comes Stanisic. They won the tournament. Stanisic. Budimir. Perisic. Lofts it out of play. Final whistle has gone in Dusseldorf. Spain have beaten Albania. Albania no longer a part of the equation. They're out of the competition. Spain were never part of this equation. They're the group winners. Right now, Croatia in second place. And Croatia have the football. And there are just 3 minutes to play. And here's Juranovic bursting through. Juranovic. Ivan Usets. Barella's desperate for it. Brozovic goes battling in for it.
Pelanggaran.
Got the ball now, Italy. Will the referee let them play on?
He's booked Fagioli.
Yeah, he pulled Guardiola down off the ball as Croatia were
Nicola
counter-attacking.
Fagioli.
Referee spotted it. Good spot. Yeah, this here look.
Edan lah
Good
kata
spot
gue
by the
deh.
officials.
Barella. Long for Scamacca. Mategi can't get a toe on it. Guardiola puts a boot through it. Doesn't need to be pretty now.
Keep the ball away from your goal. That is the order of the day.
Forward by Bastoni. Barella. Fratesi. Retegi. Taken back by Brozovic. 100 seconds left. Thrust forward by Perisic. Here's Budimir. The whistle has gone.
He's been excellent, you know. Brozovic is far and away his best game. They can reach out and touch this now, Croatia.
Calafiori. Fratesi. Calafiori. Rampaging here.
Nggak bisa seri.
Zaccagni!
Wish.
Salvation!
Dramatis gitu. Wow.
Reach for the skies!
Azuri. Azuri ini bos.
And Croatia hit the turf in sorrow. Oh boy,
Oh boy.
the Modric marvel is undone by the zest of Zaccagni.
Well, this is as heartbreaking as it gets if you're Croatia. I said you could
Ini baru seru. Detik-detik terakhir nih guys. Menyamakan kedudukan di tali.
From the central defender, he strides forward and he draws Croatian bodies to him, and there is still so much for Zaccagni to do here, and he finds a beauty.
Cantik
He
banget.
finds the perfect strike. No chance for Livakovic, and heartbreak for Croatia.
Mattia Zaccagni of Lazio has scored his first ever international goal, and he keeps Italy alive.
Waduh,
Goodness knows what
ada
might
yang
have been
kartu.
taken there. Goodness knows.
Nah,
Must feel to be Croatian. Croatia
uh,
crushed. Italy
dramatisnya,
wiping tears
gelo, gelo, cok,
Football
gila,
taking human
detik-detik
beings
terakhir
to
loh,
places they hadn't
dramatis
imagined.
menyamakan kedudukan,
Croatia could see the line. They
set
were
lagi itu.
there. The last 16 had all but embraced them. And with the last kick that mattered, Zaccagni came up with a gem.
N.
And Italy, having stared into the abyss, embrace each other joyfully now and embrace their ongoing involvement at Euro 2024. This game tears you up.
Oke,
When you think you've seen it all, it delivers again. Drama and
what
trauma
a
in
drama.
equal measure.
Oma,
That Spalletti sees that
pelatihnya
yellow
kartu
card is of
kuning.
little interest to him, little
Gara-gara
import
itu ya.
to anyone. He will go to Berlin next Saturday. He'll bring his blue Italians with him, and he will compete in the knockout stage of a European Championship. And
Respect, respect.
Croatia will almost certainly go home. What a football match. What a conclusion. A thrilling denouement. Croatia won. Italy won.
Wah, guys. Gila sih ini dramatisnya, guys. Seru-seru ini pertandingannya, guys. Kroasia Itali. Cok. Big match gitu loh. Padahal udah 1-0 Kroasia unggul. Itali taunya dramatis dong. Yang makan kedudukan. Golnya detik-detik terakhir lagi. Luar biasa, guys. Respect kedua tim. So, selamat buat kedua tim. Sudah melakukan. Pokoknya gitu udah selamat aja lah ya. Oke guys, sampai sini dulu live kita hari ini. Gua nggak tahu live atau enggaknya. Gua belum tahu ya guys. Tergantung guanya. Kalau gua agak capek, gua istirahat dulu atau libur dulu. Kalau gua enakan, baru gua live ya guys ya. Insya Allah nanti gua bakal kabarin di Instagram story ya guys ya. Jadi jangan lupa follow Instagram gua kalau mau update-update terbaru dari gua. Oke? So thank you buat teman-teman semua yang udah nemenin gua dari live VCT dan juga live reaction di pagi hari, yakni Kroasia melawan Italia dengan skor akhir 1-1. Jadi sampai jumpa di live stream selanjutnya. I love you all. Ciao and selamat beristirahat buat yang beristirahat dan juga selamat beraktivitas buat yang mau beraktivitas. Bye bye guys. I love you all. Mwah. See you. See you soon.